The Bigme Hibreak Pro Eink smartphone now supports more USA Cellular bands on T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T. All my previous videos on this topic are now outdated. Alright, so this all started because a commenter pointed out that the list of bands I was talking about in my previous video was incomplete. So I asked the Bigme official store chat on store.bigme.vip to get the full list. If you watched my previous video, this new list also contains the crucial low-frequency band 12, band 13, and band 17, which is essential for coverage in rural and remote areas and deep inside buildings. The commentator, I assume, got his information from the alternate bigmestore.com, while I was looking at the original bigmestore.vip instead. These are two different stores, these are two different websites, and some well-informed viewers might know that bigmestore.com used to be owned by a third party, but the domain was bought by Bigme a few months ago, so both are now official. With this new list of bands available, the TLDR is that the Bigme Hibreak Pro will probably have pretty good USA cell reception on all major USA cell networks. It's pretty unfortunate that the full list of bands was not published on the original official site. This is just a big fumble, and is the biggest reason I didn't purchase it at the time. But yeah, basically, you're going to have pretty good cell reception for the Bigme Hibreak Pro in the USA. So let's go over some other stuff for people who haven't watched my previous videos. Hardware-wise, it looks similar to the Hisense A9, which was the previous flagship and best Eink smartphone available. 300 ppi and DC dimming, very important factors. And if you want to see videos of me using a Hisense A9, I have plenty of videos on my channel about it. Alright, cool. Let's just quickly go over some cellular bands. This is the T-Mobile list of frequencies that they use. But what's really important is anything under 700 megahertz at the top of the thing. You see, 700 megahertz refers to band 12 on T-Mobile. And on Verizon, you want 700 megahertz, that's band 13. And for AT&T, 700 megahertz refers to band 12 and band 17, as well as 14 and 29. But what really matters is if this list of frequency bands overlaps with the list of frequency bands provided by the Bigme website, on this website, remember? Yeah, right, this one. We just need to look for the overlap between this list of supported bands and the official list. So let's just go over a quick analysis of past Eink phones. The Hisense A5, that was 3G only, so it's not relevant. The Hisense A9 was 4G. It supported band 41 until band 41 was reallocated to N41 for 5G on T-Mobile. So it doesn't work. So it used to work in the USA, but it doesn't anymore. The original Hibreak, it was band 2 on all three major carriers, and only one cellular band is not very good reception. But the Hibreak Pro is really big. It supports 4G and 5G. On T-Mobile, it supports band 12, band 66, and band 2, as well as N41 and N25. B refers to 4G and N refers to 5G, okay? On Verizon, it supports band 13, band 66, band 2, and various 5G bands. AT&T, it supports band 12, band 17, band 66, and band 2, and various 5G bands. I might be missing some bands, but the important part is that the Bigme Hibreak Pro supports the low band 700 megahertz frequencies on all three major carriers. I only include bands that I think are common in the USA. The conclusion is going to be way better than any other Eink phone available today. Way better than any prior Eink phones that only support a single USA cellular band. Reception should be comparable to USA phones. Even though some bands are missing, the crucial low bands are covered. And I will say again, 700 MHz low bands are supported on all three major carriers. I wish the special Snowflake 600 MHz band 71 on T-Mobile was supported, but it's not essential when we have 700 MHz band 12. But yeah. But overall, you need to make sure that these bands are in your area, so I recommend going to the Cell Mapper website and just changing the provider and the network to make sure you have the appropriate bands available in this area. So here we have T-Mobile 4G on this picture. Here's T-Mobile 5G in this picture. Here's Verizon 4G in this picture. And here's AT&T 4G in this picture. Alright, cool. So make sure you check out Cell Mapper to check out the bands available in your area. Overall, T-Mobile might have a slight edge. And T-Mobile tends to cause the fewest issue with international smartphones based on Reddit posts in r/Eink and r/Bigme. I personally use Mint Mobile, 5 gigabytes per month for $15 a month. Referral link in the description if you're interested. Mint is a T-Mobile MVNO. And if you want more data than 5 gigabytes, you can get a lot more. There's even promotions for unlimited data that are pretty cheap. But yeah. And full details on the official store page. If you want to check it out, you've got NFC, fingerprint, warm and cold front light, Android 14, dual SIM, a decent CPU, and 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. So it's pretty decent. And then we'll go over some really technical stuff I'll rehash from previous videos. Chinese phones in general don't support eSIM or Wi-Fi calling, unfortunately. If you want to know how to know what cell band you're currently connected to on iPhone, you type in the secret code, and you'll open up the field test menu, and it'll just tell you what frequency band you're connected to. I'm connected to band 66 in this video. On Android, you can just download the Cell Mapper app, and it'll tell you the band number that you're connected to. If you want to learn more about frequency bands, then you can check out these links if you're interested. But remember, the basic idea is the lower the band number, especially 700 megahertz and lower, is really important for really remote areas and deep inside buildings. And overall, if you like this sort of content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and thanks for the commentators who pointed out the issue.